Hello everybody, my name is Radu Palamariu and this is episode 2 of Ask a Headhunter series. The question that we will be addressing today is how can I become more marketable as a candidate? And I will focus on one thing, which is I think the most impactful, which is social media and more specifically LinkedIn. LinkedIn as of today, my belief as a headhunter, is the number one tool which candidates senior or mid-level can use in order to boost their profile and become more marketable in the eyes of other employers. First things first, my first piece of advice would be make sure that your LinkedIn is thought and seen as your CV. Maybe not as detailed as specifically your CV, but your picture needs to look professional, your tagline, your profile summary needs to look and say what you're doing. So that's the fundamentals, right? So make sure that fundamentally your LinkedIn looks professional. But if you want to increase your marketability, there is one thing and one thing only that will do that, which is put out content on LinkedIn. I know what some of you will tell me. They will say, Radu, if I do that, my boss will see I'm active on LinkedIn and immediately he will think I'm looking for a job. Not necessarily. Depends on how you do it. That's a thought that I've heard many senior executives tell me, but what I tell them back is, depends on how you do it in a sense of, if you're, let's say, from an industry like healthcare, and you're sharing articles, you're sharing your thoughts into where is the healthcare industry going, what are the trends, how do you see the market moving? Obviously, you're also representing your company and what they're doing. That type of content will attract interest about you, of course, it's your personal brand, about your company, of course, so you can justify that to your boss as well. But more importantly, it will increase your overall marketability, right? Because you are there in the market talking to people. So I think that's an important key aspect. Of course, you can communicate, of course, you can comment on other people's opinions, you can show that you're a market and industry expert, and you can share your views with the market, and that will attract a lot of attention. I'll give you two specific examples of people I know that have used this in order to land very good next jobs. One of them was a senior executive in the HR space, so he was very active on LinkedIn, posting every day. He was seen as a thought leader. That's the beauty of LinkedIn. If you post every day interesting content, you will also be seen as a thought leader in your industry. So because of this, some people thought, oh yeah, this guy has way too much time, he's posting every day on LinkedIn. It's true, some people will think that. But eventually this gentleman, and definitely LinkedIn was a part of that, and the fact that he put out interesting content, definitely, of course, he was also skilled. Basically he managed to make the transition between an FMCG company and a one top 3 tier Silicon Valley technology company. Right? So obviously part of this move, I know him and I know a little bit also in terms of the background, was because he was much more marketable, because he was much more seen and visible on LinkedIn. Another example that I want to give you, and this is more for the active seekers, I would strongly advise to actually update your status on LinkedIn and put open for new opportunities. Another contact of mine, basically what he did, he documented his journey of finding a job on LinkedIn. So he documented how he started, what he was doing every day, the companies that he was meeting and interviewing with, and at the end of that journey, which gathered a huge crowd actually supporting him and giving him insights and information and helping him in his job search, and I'm talking about the senior VP level type of a job search. I think the last post in which actually announced to the community that he had built, that he was signing with this company, had about 10,000 views, 10,000 likes, I don't know how many comments, and thousands and thousands of people all over the world cheering for him. So obviously his profile got boosted, his marketability as a candidate got boosted, and he got a very good job. So my advice, coming back to the question, the number one most powerful thing that you can do today, in today's age and today's age that we live in, is not going to events, is not your education, it is make sure you're providing insights about your industry and knowledge on LinkedIn. Thank you and look forward for the next episode.